It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down.
Pick up. Oh,
this one caught downfield by Flowers. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Baltimore.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right, and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Third and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
You about to be like, hell nah. I got the shit covered with the headset too, so then niggas will be able to hear what you say.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after.
Yeah, and like I'm figuring
He's
out
got it, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
All right, let's finish this shit.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Come on.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Henry. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raven first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass.
The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
That's
That
how
is
you do it.
Jalen Carter,
Some
the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar.
That's a pick.
And this will be incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Trying to push the ball down the field.
About
It's an
time.
interception.
Uh-oh, Simba.
Picked off by
Uh-oh,
the
Simba.
safety,
You ain't ready.
Reed Blankenship.
Oh,
He's going to be
give
out
me
of
that.
bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
I can't believe
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry.
Number 22, Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Garrett Slay. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. They'll go again here with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion comes Andrews. Gonna go right back to Henry. And they're gonna work this down inside the 45.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Jackson out of the pistol. That is left side and caught by Flowers. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. A hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Again,
Hell
L.B.
no,
Henry.
boy.
And he'll go down, back at the 4. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
That's right. My sister and I remember that good game. It shouldn't have took me hours to figure out today.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's third down and goal.
Consistency system.
Jackson now.
No, Simba.
And that is incomplete.
No.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Pick him.
To the end zone. It's
You don't
intercepted.
like that, Simba. You don't like that.
Picked off by Darius Slay. And the Eagles will take over at their own 14-yard line.
I'm gonna see if this.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Yes, sir. We in this game. In the man.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Nah, this Simba. This ain't Gil and Mr. B right now. They're not getting that work currently.
A pistol snap. Back to Hurts.
He ain't ready.
Taking a
You
shot
ain't ready, Simba.
downfield for Smith. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34.
Ooh, and I hit it with the leg.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one.
Damn.
It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3.
It looked like people.
The return team gonna let that one go. Hurts working in the pistol. He's gonna run it. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Off the play fake, Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. Now it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Touchdown,
And he'll take it on in.
Touchdown.
Brown.
Yes,
Touchdown,
sir.
Eagles.
Yes, sir.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
Actually, type something in the chat.
1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Do a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10.
I see it on YouTube. But it might be
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll push his way
Not
ahead
gonna
for
run
a
all
gain
over
of 2. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
Oh, there it is.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Baltimore.
They'll run it with Henry. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Jackson now from the 50. Now a screen set up for Henry. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
Yeah.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Yeah. That's what we do. He ain't got no room to breathe. You don't know what he's supposed to be doing. Can't think of what else is going on. He can't think of what it looks.
To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Don't nobody else want to smoke.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. He'll try to run here with Barkley.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Ain't no fucking way I'm punting. What? What I thought this was. Next time to fight through that, Saquon. What are you talking about?
The offense is out there.
This is when you
4th
don't respect
and inches.
somebody. That's how you play.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down, and that's exactly what they did.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Well played. Third and 17. This is not a good position to be in. I don't think anyone wants to be in this
3rd
position.
and long.
Quiet down for me, Philly.
They'll drop to throw.
I'm about to make history for y'all.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. They'll come up for 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Aguilar goes off in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman.
Thank you,
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line. And that will all but end this game.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Hurts to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Yes, sir. And that's how you close out the game.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Elliott on now for the PAT. That one is no good, not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Darius Slay. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end,